Hello Empire, this is Knight of Misfortune bringing you a sort of tutorial slash strategy video for Supreme Commander 2. This is especially for newer players. Recently I've noticed this player online by the name of Death at Your Door, and it's really surprised me because I know that he used to play pretty decently before, but now majority of the time he plays on this map and does basically a rush all out strategy, although it's performed in a rather unorthodox manner. What I wanted to show you today though was how to sort of beat it. I don't want to call it how to beat an ACU rush because it wasn't exactly an ACU rush. This is not how you ACU rush. This is more of a three factory rush. What I expected was honestly an all-out ACU rush, but on this map, since there's basically only one path, the same strategy works to prevent a all-out three factory basically. And it's kind of weird how he does it, so I'm going to just point out how not to do this sort of strategy, and hopefully it all makes sense to you. Let me just begin off by saying that this map is not good for a three fac rush because there's a really small space here, and if I wasn't Aeon, I could build some sort of artillery here and just shell this to death. This map is not played in multiplayer or in tournaments for a reason. It's because it's very non-standard. It's very small, and you basically can't really do anything on it other than ACU rush. And several players have been using it to ACU rush. So what I expected was obviously I'm playing here as Aeon yellow Aeon over here going for a research station. I actually picked Aeon for this, but it's not too difficult to stop it with other factions. I think UEF is the um, weakest faction, and I basically knew he was going for some sort of ACU rush right after I saw that he picked Aeon as well. So I picked Aeon as well to counter that because PDs same range on PDs, and I was going for shotjaas. So let's actually begin this replay. I'm at +2. I'm opening it up with a research station. I had a little bit of trouble with actually getting my units to start doing things. I'm having trouble lately with uh, keys, short keys. He's opening up with a regular, I would say, 3 fac rush build, and really nothing other than that. So he's going for a 3 factory opening, pretty standard, getting a radar over here. And I'm plopping down a factory here because against the ACU rush, the first thing you need is a PD under a shield. That's what you need. And especially on this map, it's good because this PD is going to cover everything over here, and things won't be able to get through as easily. Of course, maybe the best position is maybe here so that he can't get this, but then he can MML this mass point here, so that's not generally a brilliant idea. And then the third thing you need is MMLs, and that's what I'm getting. I guess his PDs. Yeah, that's what you need, especially against other factions. You really, really need this because your PDs are probably not gonna, well, not probably, but are not going to be as good as the Aeon uh, PDs. And as we can see here, he's going for this unit spam, tank spam, which is not going to do him too good again because there's this choke point everywhere, especially with this PD. What he needed to do was, because he's going for an ACU rush, in essence, he needed to get MMLs, and quite a bit of them actually. And he's getting a second radar for some reason in practically the same spot, so that's another thing he could have done better. And I don't know if I said this, but obviously I think UEF or Aeon is best for this sort of strategy. And we see I researched shotjaas, build cost, build time reduction, and he researched some ACU. I'm pretty sure Death Eater, yeah, see, training 1. I missed what he did before. I think it was tanks or something. 1,500. I'm not sure what the standard is, but yeah, I got shotjaas just so that I can pick up his mmls, which he didn't have. But it's still a good idea against ACU because they're really long range and they do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. You just have to be careful with them. So this is a very unorthodox rush. He is getting mmls now, but by this time I have my shotjaas ready to go, and the good thing about this map, like I said, is very easy to snipe off here. And I've researched range, I believe. Range or damage. I'm on my way to damage because that's the next thing you need basically against this sort of damage is, or you can do something else probably. It really doesn't matter what you get past shotjaas. But if you know an ACU rush is coming, it's very, very easy to stop. And actually, if you suspect an ACU rush, you can check the points at the beginning of the game by clicking F2, and that will show you. As you can see, I'm picking off some mmls here, and he's finally actually using mmls. But yeah, you can use F2, and if you see his point value spiking at the beginning of the game, he's probably going for 3 research stations. And yeah, I did a good enough job to picking off those mmls, and that's what you should be going for too. Very, very easy to stop if you know what is coming. Obviously, any strategy for the most part is easy to stop. Just continuing to pick off things, getting his ACU now. He's gonna attempt, yeah, he definitely has range on his ACU now. Some of mine go down, some of my shotjaas go down. I can't quite reach that MML, but he's not doing much. He did pick off one of my MML or mass extractors, and that's where this map gets sort of annoying, is because that MML reach is devastating. Now I'm just starting to reclaim, building more research factories because I'm just going to tech my ACU and counter fire with fire basically. More of my shotjaas are dying to poor micro, and he's getting more and more land factories. Very interesting. His MMLs are pushing in a weird manner. His micro is not the best, and a whole ton of fire just unleashed on this blob. Training 1 on my ACU, and at this point it's really gone for him. Just a matter of finishing off his ACU, and boom, he goes. So, obviously not a perfect example of how to stop an ACU rush, but the most common map that I see this happening is on here. People hosting all these 1v1s on this map and just rushing the hell out of you. So this is how you stop it in general. Pretty easy, like I said, and no need to complain about losing to such a person. You could, of course, always say that it's not very interesting, but regardless, here's how you beat it. Thank you for watching, Empire, and I hope to see you in future videos, and peace.